Welcome, this is Crimey Queen. And if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we are having lots of fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. So we have been exploring the word beginning and nine, and really basically with the vibration of three. And I had just finished a presentation, and of course, because I love to dance and I do this little dance, I just thought, let me do the numerical value for the word dance. And I had a scan, and I believe it's really nine. And so I thought, isn't that really wonderful? Because dance is a vibration. And the last time I watched, it's about 2010 thereabout. It was when I caught a report on the television that says when people watch others dance, the same is it cortisone or the same vibrational benefits, let's put it this way, or the same hormones that get stimulated in the dancers, likewise is what happens in the watchers' body, or the witnesses, the watchers, the witnesses. I thought that was very profound. Now, what happened is that there were two things I learned from that. Not only that dance was very powerful, because of course when people are dancing, it's a ring. Let's just put it this way. They go in circles. It's about circles. It's the movement of circles. Whether they end up on one end of the floor, but circles are involved in that word dance. And then the other thing that was very shocking to me was that what I was learning is that if the same thing happens in my body while watching people dance, the same thing that what happens to them happens to me, and there was very little change or in ratio of what happens. It also means that if I'm watching something very negative, or if I'm watching violence, or if I'm watching something detrimental, that's what is happening with me. And then I thought that that is really serious. So, of course, that was a very profound message, although it was conveyed in this wonderful, synchronistic, and melodious vibration and mode. But equally, it said to me that if it was something of violence that I was watching, then of course the same motion or vibration that is taking place in the people that are fighting or creating the violence, that would be activated in me. Now, of course, um, I perhaps didn't need a scientist or researcher to tell me this, because I could experience that. That's why we end up feeling angry. That's why sometimes, of course, depending on how we handle the situation, we can develop a degree of empathy. We can be sympathetic, but we can also be angry, because it could take different shape. By the time perhaps we become empathic of that situation, we have perhaps gone through a whole cycle of anger that we had, that has made us or depleted our senses to some extent. So I just felt it was very important to be conscious about what we witness, what we give our energies to. So let's look at the word dance. Of course, it's so this is 5 and 5, 10, 3 5 is 15, and 3 is 18. I like this. This is really delicious now, because it really takes us this 1 and 8. Of course, I get excited about 8, because this is like heaven, Heaven, heaven and earth. Now, I think I'm doing this. I might have done this before, but what I'm about to do is just so delicious now. Because when we do the numerical value for heaven, let's do this here. Heaven. This is 8. And we see the H, of course, is 8. And 5, 1, 4, 5, 5. Mother Eve is present in all these 5. So Mother Eve is there in heaven as well. So 5, 3 5s, 15. That's 20, 28. So 2, 8 equals 10. Right. Now let's do the numerical value for Earth. We have done this before. We know it's equals 7. So this is 5, Mother Earth here. 1, 9. This is the 1, 9, 5, 1, 9. So we see that's the air. The air which is in the middle of, it's in the earth and it's in the middle of the heart. And of course 2, 8. We see 8. They both are ending with 8. So how significant is that? Both heaven and earth ends with 8. It's as if they are kissing each other. Yes. Okay, so 10, 20, 25. So this is 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. If we add 1 plus 7, that gives us 8. And the bell is ringing. I love it when the bell rings. Okay, so that gives us 8. So we see how this 8 is there, making that statement, making the statement of that vibration. So when we are dancing, for instance, the dance is really like we start a step. Of course, we are always lifting our foot or our feet. So basically, we are in heaven and earth. I think that is really just wonderful. Of course, being in heaven and earth, as we see here, earth, heaven and earth, just like in the symbol. Of course, if we add 1 plus 8 equals 9, let's just have a great big 9. A great big 9. This is where we are both in newness. There is a sort of, it's as if you are pitching something new. Pitching a new style, pitching a new step, pitching a new birth. This is what you are doing. So you are lifting your foot up, you are up in the heavens, and of course, you come to creating 9. And that's what we are creating harmony. We are creating movement, and we are birthing movement while we are doing this. So we can see how wonderful and how essential it is for us to dance. Okay, now I'm also wanting to quickly take a look at the structure of the construct of the word dance. We see it has 2 5s and the 3, of course. We see free. Free is present, is that vibration. That free, this is the 3, this is the 3, this is the 3, this is the 3. It's a flower. So that is our vibration. Of course, let's put a little free knots here. So we see we have a flower, 2, 4, 6, 8. So there is that sense of wholeness here again. That's what we do. We free. We can turn it upside down. This is what we had been doing before. We had been doing the W, we had been doing the E and the M, and also number 3. So of course, nothing stops us from closing these here. Okay, but basically we see we have been doing this as the depiction of breast, as that nourishes, that gives birth, that feeds and nourishes, and buttocks, and we have been doing the domes, the wisdom. They're all these aims for mother. We depict in here. So back to dance, we see that I was going to say ants, but dance. There was a word, um, N-A-N-N. Of course, there's okay, perhaps not to do to use up much time on this. And perhaps it's not so necessary, but they are not really coming right now. But we can see what words, apart from an, there's an, that comes in here. And of course, okay, let's just leave it as it is. But dance, we can see the power of movement in the word dance. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. And it's something just came to mind. The 4 the word for the letter D is that which takes us to the north, south, east, and west. So we see the power of the dance right here. It's already instructing us and guiding us with that. This is what we do. We go to the north, south, east, and west in the dance. Thank you. So let's do the dance. Do share, do like, subscribe, leave your comments, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-full love. Stay blessed, stay bright, be fulfilled, be ignited, because we are planting new seeds. And stay, well, ignited. Okay, thank you. Spill over with love, I mean. Spill over with love.